Okay.
Good afternoon. Sunday, 17th. We are just an hour away from kickoff from Cleveland, Kansas City. This is the Pivot. We're live from Crybaby Hill. We got the Juice out south. He's in North Dallas doing his thing. I'm over here at Crybaby Hill Studio. We're brought to you by Vast Bank, executively produced by Toby Biocchini, and we got a quick 4-game NBA slate for you. We're gonna do a DK lineup. We'll talk about each game, the plays the Juice likes in each game, and then we'll build a lineup. Then we'll do some over/under picks for players tonight, and we'll get out of here in about 30 minutes. So let's
We'll make
fire
it
up.
short. We'll make it short and sweet.
We got Utah Denver's the first DK action tonight. Juice, what that's
I got the Philly Oklahoma City game first.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. I had it scrolled wrong. Philly, Oklahoma City is correct. That should be a pretty pace up game, correct? What's the over under total on that game?
It's the second highest pace game. It's 223. Philly's favored by 2.5. Big me Joel Embiid's out.
I've got Jerome.
Al Horford's out.
I've got Curry out on the Philadelphia side also. I know he's been out, and I know Korkmaz has been out, and Scott, those guys have been out for a while.
Right.
On the Thunder side, I've got Ariza, who we think's out for the year. Horford, you mentioned. And that's about Ed Jerome, who's somebody I've never even heard of. So, pace up game. Who are you looking at in this game?
Which side do you want to start off with first?
Let's go Philadelphia.
Okay. So for Philly, I like Ben Simmons, 8.6K. I will say this. I don't think I'm going to play him. He's just not shooting the ball. I watched the game last night and the dude just doesn't want to shoot. And I don't know what's going on with his game, but you would think with Embiid being out, he would look to be more aggressive. He deferred a lot to Shake Milton, Tobias Harris more.
Let me inject a question here. The last pod that Philadelphia was on, we talked about Maxey or Milton and who was going to be leading the second team. Who did it turn out was the second team leader of those two?
Well, I'll say this: Shake Milton blew up yesterday. So I didn't notice who started. I want to say it was Shake Milton that started, but I feel like they both started. So I'll have to go back on that.
They both got a little bit of pay bump, I noticed.
Yeah, they did. Shake, I think he got 40 DK points yesterday. So he had a really good game. He's looking to score the basketball. I like Shake Milton a lot this game. So he's certainly somebody we can look at. Tobias Harris got a little bit of a price increase. Not much, still at 7.8K. Don't mind him. I think I'm going to fade Ben Simmons tonight. Something just doesn't seem right on him. But probably my favorite play of the game is Dwight Howard.
He's been doing well in the absence of
Embiid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. What about on the Thunder side? Gilchrist Alexander paid off for us the other night.
Did you watch any of the Bulls and Thunder game?
Nope, not much to be honest.
Man, I think he's finally like figuring it out. He just looked so in control. I mean, it was basically him and Zach LaVine going back and forth.
Nice.
He just looked like he just could do whatever he wanted on the court. I don't love the fact that he's playing Philly, but we got to remember Embiid's out, so they're not the same team defensively. I like me some Shea tonight. Lou Dort played a lot of minutes, and he came through for people that rostered him. We talked about him yesterday. I think he got 40 DK points as well. Wow. Isaiah Roby also did pretty well. He fouled out, but he got there. So I would say, SGA, Lou Dort, and Isaiah Roby are my three favorite plays.
Play all three of them?
You could throw a dart on Darius Bazley. On a 4-game slate, you can do kind of whatever you want, right? So if this is a game you absolutely love, then yeah, pick a couple different pieces and stack the game up. And that's certainly not a bad strategy on tonight's slate. You could get away with it for sure. But there's a couple other games that got some big names that we can look at. So
let's move over to Utah at Denver. That's tipping off 7 p.m. Central Time at Denver. Before I ask you the totals, not a whole lot of injury on the Dallas side. Porter Jr. remains out. I think he's been dealing with COVID. And then some scrub I've never heard of is out. The Utah Jazz on their side, we've got Ingles out. We've got some guy, Morgan's out. Favors is questionable. That's about it. Let's start on the Utah side. Who we liking on for the Jazz?
Honestly, I don't really like anybody. This is probably going to be one of those games I'm just going to kind of cross off. Donovan Mitchell's been playing really well as of late.
I'd much rather pay $4,700, Dort than like some $4,500 Harris who may play 15 minutes. So
I would like Jordan Clarkson if he was in the 5K range, but he's not. I would like Bogdanovich if he was in the 4K range, but he's not. I would like Donovan Mitchell in the 7K range, but he's not. So, I just think they're kind of overpriced for this matchup.
What about the other side?
I mean, I could play Jokic every single slate and I'd be happy. However, he's 11.2K. That's just a big price to pay. I know he's been just blowing up, but at this price tag, man, I mean, he's got to get you like 67 DraftKings points just to hit value. I know it's a 4-game slate, so you can kind of throw that out the window a little bit because it is about raw points.
That's expensive Jokic, man.
It's really expensive. So I think I'm going to wait and hope his price tag goes down a little bit. Plus, I think Utah is not bad defensively. So I think, with Gobert and some of the other pieces, they could slow him down a little bit. Jamal Murray, in my opinion, is a little bit overpriced at 7.4K. He's been playing a little bit better, but if he's not doing more than just scoring, he really has very kind of a limited upside. And Will Barton's been priced up a little bit up to 6K now. So I just kind of think I'm going to stay away from this game altogether, man. I'm going to kind of probably turn it into more of a 3-game slate.
I agree 100%. Don't like that game. Don't know why. Those two teams scored a lot of points in the
bubble.
In the bubble when they played each other, though.
Right.
So
Right.
Our executive producer Toby Biocchini saying hello.
Hey, Toby. What's up, Toby? How are you?
He can't hear you. I've got my headphones on, but we're finished up. Toby will be right there. Okay, cool. So let's move over to New Orleans at Sacramento, tipping off at 8 Central Time. These are all staggered. I kind of like it. New Orleans, Sacramento. Last year would have been just a game where we're just all over the crab here, right? This would have been what we call a honey pot, I think some people. Anyway, before I turn it over to you to tell me the point totals, New Orleans has Ball remains out.
Right.
That's really it. Sacramento has most of their roster too. So I think
I saw that Bagley's questionable and
Whiteside is
questionable.
The big men are questionable. Sorry about that. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
What's the game total?
So the game total is 226.5.
So
and
it
the
still
Kings are favored by.
It remains a pretty good game, even though New Orleans is a little more paced down.
For sure. Yeah. Let's start with the Pelicans. I like a lot of these guys, man. I mean, they're getting paced up. So we typically like to play players in spots where they're getting paced up versus the team getting paced down. I think I like some Zion tonight. He's definitely someone that I think is in play. Nickeil Alexander-Walker is a decent salary saver at 4.9K. He's been getting a little bit more run with Lonzo Ball being out. So he's someone you could look at. Eric Bledsoe just doesn't look right to me. He's 5.5K. Steven Adams, 6.2K.
I almost put Eric Bledsoe in just because he was so cheap. I almost just shoved him in. So he's not playing very well.
Well, he had a eye infection, and he just hasn't looked really that explosive to start the season. I don't know, maybe if he just hasn't gotten his legs under him yet. But I don't know. I mean, he's certainly a decent price tag on him. Josh Hart's someone we've looked at.
I like his price tag.
Yeah, he's 5.1K, so I don't mind him. I mean, I guess like you can always play Ingram, right? I mean, Ingram's 8.8K, but
I like Zion a little better in this matchup for some reason.
Yeah, me too. I kind of feel like he could. This is like a pace-up game, and he could get a lot of points to the basket.
Especially with Sacramento's two best big men being questionable, if they're out, he's just going to eat, right? I mean,
yeah, he could go a little bit nuts for sure.
Yeah.
So I definitely don't mind that play. So let's jump over to the Sacramento side. De'Aaron Fox, I think, is a great value at 7.9K. I really like him in this spot.
I like
Nickeil
when
Alexander-Walker is not someone I'm worried about defensively. And if Bledsoe's not full strength, I don't mind him. I don't mind De'Aaron.
I like getting to play Fox. He's one of my favorite players in the NBA, but man, he's a hard one to project, right? He just, for some
He is.
reason, every time it looks like optimal Fox, but he's somebody I'd be happy to play in this spot. It doesn't, what about Buddy Hield at 6,800? Not
I
your
mean,
favorite.
I mean, I'll tell you this. I like Buddy Hield a lot more on FanDuel at 5.1K.
Okay.
He'll be a guy I'll probably play in a lot of my FanDuel lineups, but
Well, get it in.
6.8K, that's tough. That's a hard price to swallow. I never like playing Harrison Barnes. I don't know why. He's just one of those dudes that just doesn't move the needle for me. He's getting a lot of minutes. His usage is decent at 18.9%. I think I'd rather play Buddy over Harrison Barnes. I think he just has a little bit more upside. I'm going to monitor the Marvin Bagley news. If he's going to play, I definitely like his price tag at 5.4K. He's definitely someone I'd want to roster at that price. Therese Halliburton, we've talked about him a lot so far this season. He's 6.4K. He's starting to get priced up a little bit to where he's kind of have to have like sort of a ceiling game to pay off that price. Rashawn Holmes is not a bad option at 6.7K either. I just don't really love the matchup against Steven Adams. Steven Adams is one of those like big men that just he can muscle you up, and I think he could take Rashawn Holmes kind of out of the game offensively. So he's on a 4-game slate, you could throw a shot at him, but if I'm playing a single lineup, I'm probably not going with Holmes.
I like it. Let's move. So ready to move to the last game, Indiana Clippers?
Yeah. So
it's a 9:00 tip off Central Time. So they're all 4 staggered, as I just mentioned. I'm noticing on Indiana that Lamb is out. Some guy I've never heard of is questionable. I don't think
Car Sampson.
No, not even that guy. I wasn't looking. It was
Goga Bitadze.
No, LeCue, maybe LeCeque.
Oh yeah, Vincent Poirier I think might be questionable as well.
Sampson is definitely questionable. Warren remains out. Turner remains out. Some other guy, Bitsa, is questionable. On the Clippers, there we go. On the Clippers side, I see Williams is questionable. Mm-hmm. Some guy named Scrub, and that's his literal name, is out. That's just not me making that one up. And yeah, anyway, pretty much full rosters. Yeah, he's the 7th shooting guard on the depth chart.
Well, let's start with Indiana. Miles Turner being out, that's actually big news. They're very thin in the front court. I think Bitadze is highly unlikely to play. Sampson's highly unlikely to play. So with Miles Turner being out, really their bigs are Sabonis and McDermott. And McDermott, who's I wouldn't really consider him a big, but that's a position he plays. I guess you can throw Keelan Martin in there, but they are very thin up front. So Sabonis I really like, but he's 9.8K.
It's expensive Sabonis.
It's expensive Sabonis. And remember, they still have, the Claw, Kawhi Leonard on the other side, Paul George. Malcolm Brogdon, with Oladipo being traded, he's getting a little bit more usage. So I don't mind him. He's been priced up quite a bit too. I mean, he's at 8.7K. So while I love these guys as real life players, their salaries have really caught up to their production. It's not the highest total on the slate. So
yeah, this one kind of scares me for some reason. Usually I like these late night West Coast games, but for some reason Indiana going into the Clippers doesn't seem to say points to me. But
right.
I like you. I'm with you. I like Brogdon and Sabonis, but I don't know that I could paying up with the lineup that I'm kind of putting together in my head. It's going to be hard to get those guys in.
I that's kind of where I'm leaning, but we can jump over to the Clippers side. So, you got Kawhi Leonard at 9.7K, expensive. Paul George 9.5K.
Not my two
expensive.
favorite players.
Nicholas Batum is probably my favorite play of the Clippers at 5.2K. I think he's a good middle of the road guy. He does a little bit of everything. His minutes are very secure. He can have a ceiling game if he's shooting the ball well. So I don't mind rolling the dice on him. If Lou Williams plays, I love Lou Williams at 4.3K. He's a guy that absolutely can fill it up. So I don't mind him at all. Marcus Morris, let's see the projections, 26 minutes. Just doesn't get a lot of usage. So I don't know. I mean, I don't necessarily love anyone on this play, on this side, I should say. Serge Ibaka is not bad at 6K, especially considering that, Indiana is so thin up front. He could have a decent game. So he's someone we should definitely consider in our player pool. But, I don't know. I don't love too many of the Clippers guys.
Well, here's what I've kind of picked up and put together as you've talked about who you liked, and you tell me if we need to keep these guys in or eliminate them and then fit some more. I've got Gilchrist Alexander at the point guard.
Yeah.
I've got Dort as a shooting guard, but I might move him to small forward.
Okay.
Actually, just to fill that role. Hold on. I'll leave Dort where he is. Roby at power forward, playing a lot of Oklahoma City.
Okay.
Running it back with Howard at center.
Yeah.
I've got Williamson at the forward spot and Fox at the guard spot.
Okay. Our lineups are really similar. So I've got SGA at point guard.
Hold on, let me get this down. Okay, SGA at point guard. We're the same.
8,300. Shake Milton at shooting guard at 5,900.
Well, I do like Milton. That's a good piece I didn't put in.
Lou Dort, 4,700 at small forward.
So I was right to want to put Dort there.
Yep. Got Isaiah Roby at power forward at 4,200.
Okay, that's what I had.
Dwight Howard at center at 4,800.
Same.
I got De'Aaron Fox at guard at 7,900.
Same.
Then I think where we differ a little bit is I've got Sabonis at 9,800 at forward.
Ooh, I like Zion.
And then I've got, my utility spot, Doug McDermott at 4,300.
Okay, I'm going to differ from you tonight. You go Sabonis. I'm going to go Zion. And with Zion, I'm going to play who? Ibaka.
So you got Zion at the four spot. I'm going to plug him in and see what you're left with.
I can do Barton, Ibaka, or Baisley. I might just play a bunch of Thunder tonight.
Yeah, I think the Thunder are priced really at an attractive spot. So I like a lot of those guys. You could certainly play Ibaka. I don't mind that play.
Do you like?
I think if you go Baisley, you're going a little too heavy on the Thunder for my taste. But it's not a bad option.
I'll play some Ibaka. We'll play some Ibaka. See how it does.
Yeah, it's a good.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it. I like both the lineups, honestly.
I do too.
I like how we agreed on a lot of the plays. Makes it feel good.
I'm surprised you didn't go Zion. I really thought you were playing Zion tonight.
Yeah, I think with Turner being out, they're gonna force Sabonis to play a little bit of center, and he's not gonna have to fight with Turner for any rebounds. So he could. I just think a double-double is almost automatic tonight, and he could have like a 15, 16, 17 rebound type game. So I think there's still quite a bit of upside with Sabonis. So that's really the main reason. And I think McDermott's just going to have to play minutes, and if he's shooting the ball well, man, he can change the slate. Plus, I like what I'm doing with the utility spot. I don't know if you noticed this, but if Lou Williams gets ruled in, I can swap out McDermott for Lou Williams right there. It's the late game, so that's an easy pivot right there.
So I might look to see if Lou Williams is playing and maybe put him with Zion. So.
Right.
Crazy town. Okay, real quick, you owe me some money. You owe me and the fans some money here for over-unders. Let's get our daily over-unders. Will be quick here.
Okay.
If we can hurry up and get Matt to open it up. Here we go. Let's just do the game. Do you want to talk about the games that weren't on the slate at all or not? You got
What do
any?
you mean?
For instance, Zach LaVine is playing at Dallas. He's not on the slate. He's
Like you're talking about the early games.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do LaVine. What are the over unders for LaVine and Doncic and those guys?
LaVine is 26.5.
Okay,
That's what we got
he's
to be
been
quick.
filling it up, man. Yeah, I like it. Let's fire it up.
Over it.
Yep.
Kobe White 17.5.
I like it.
You do like it? We don't have to bet every one. So if you don't, if you just say fade if you don't want to, if you're fading it. The next one is Marketing at 15.5.
Fade.
Okay, Doncic at 31.5.
Oof, I mean, that even went up. I mean, Chicago can't stop anybody. Let's go on the over.
Yeah, I do too. Even though Vegas thinks he's going to go under, they're pricing the under. Porzingis is 21.5.
It's all about the minutes with Porzingis. I wonder if they give him a little longer leash tonight.
Let's fade that.
You want to fade? Okay, let's fade it.
Yeah. Tobias Harris, 20.5.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Okay. They also have him at 7.5 rebounds and 2.5 assists.
Let's fade those.
Okay, Ben Simmons 15.5.
Gosh, man. I would think that'd be just such a smash, but he's looked so passive offensively.
They've got him at 9.5 rebounds, 7.5 assists.
I would take the overs on the rebounds and the assists.
I like it. Okay, quickly here. I bet a lot of these games. SGA is 20.5.
Over.
His rebounds are 6.5. His assists are 5.5.
Fade those. I don't have a good read on either one.
Mitchell's 23.5.
Fade.
Conley's 15.5.
Fade.
Jokic is 23.5.
Over.
Oh, you like over on that?
Yeah.
Murray's 20.5.
Fade.
Ingram's 23.5.
Fade.
Zion's 22.5.
Over.
I like that too. Hold on. Sorry, I'm good. Oh, I can bait. Oh, sorry. Okay, that's going to be it. That's 10 bets. We got 10 of them in. That should make us all some money. We went, I actually only hit LaVine under. We like LaVine over, right?
Right.
Okay, I'll get that fixed.
Okay. Cool,
okay.
Man.
Everybody, thanks for listening. Whoever's watching, and hopefully we're getting some lineups. We're definitely trying to get more consistent. I think we'll be there tomorrow. Tomorrow should be a big, right? Monday night should be a big.
It's a Martin Luther King Day slate, so games all day.
Okay. So, maybe we'll do one in the morning.
It's one of the bigger slates during the NBA season. They kind of they do a good job with Martin Luther King Day.
Well, you have a good rest of your day. Hope your picks for football go come in, and I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, man. Tell Toby I said hi. See you.
I'll see you guys. Bye.